The biggest part is I'm having so much fun on the PvP, yet I keep losing. You wanna know why I keep losing? Why do you think? The demon race.
Now, I'm not really the type of guy to go, actually, Corey. But, you know, Corey isn't the best Slayer at this game. He's a good content creator. My friend watches him, so I have respect for that. But he's not the best Slayer I've ever seen, and that's not what we're here to talk about, though. I'm here to talk about the major complaints that we see every Slayer have and why they have them. All right, and what, you know, we could fix type shit. Also, I will be releasing a progression video soon. I am keying away right now, but, you know, I'm lazy as fuck, so you'll probably get it tomorrow. But, like I said, today we are going to talk about how good demons are in this new lore, and it will not be like every other fucking Balboa video, fucking Corgi video, any Missouri video where it's like, yeah, demons are broken and they should be nerfed. I'm going to talk about each race, obviously, in their own respectives. I have played this game more than them. Yes, I'm kind of a bum. But, you know, I would say I have a better grasp of the late game, the mid game, and the early game. And I do play Love Breathing. Take that as you will for the rest of this video. Like I said before, I'm going to talk about why people think the demon race is so busted. Now, a major thing is definitely going to be the Grey HP. The Grey HP, oh boy, don't even get me started. The Grey HP is a big nerf to every single Slayer, whether you're burst, limb, fucking hybrid. I don't care what you are. You feel this in some sort of type of way. The Grey HP pretty much just limits your HP. Everyone knows what it does. You felt it. But the problem with it is that it gets procced by every single ability in the game. I mean, it could be the long Thunder Wave thing. It could be the Gutro slash that is longer range. It doesn't matter. It procs Wither, which, you know, kind of fucks you on every race. And me personally, I use Perfectionist, which I can't anymore. Perfectionist is not even able to be used, which is kind of crazy that they nullified a whole perk in one update. But Grey HP is not the only complaint. All right, we got many people saying that the skill tree is broken, which, I mean, it's pretty good, but it's like this every lore. Every lore, Slayers. It's new Slayers. It's old Slayers. Brother, you just gotta get used to it. If you're throwing a fucking ball and you've never been thrown a ball before, you're not gonna know how to catch it. That's not how that shit works unless you have natural talent like me. But you don't. Alright, so you just gotta get used to it. Keep on playing, guys. You will get used to the new skill trees. And eventually you start mapping out the skill trees in your head and connecting them to different BDAs. You know, this guy has string. He's probably going to have the double slams. Shit like that. Now, the main reason I see most people complaining about, you know, demons are so much better than Slayers. I want to make something very, very clear to you guys. All right? The average Slayer is your average guy. All right, he's your average Joe. You know, he goes to school, and you know, he might, you know, have a couple of IRL friends. The average demon is not like that. You know what I'm saying? The average demon. Obviously, this is it's a metaphor. Obviously the demon has friends at IRL, but if you're playing demon in this game, you probably take video games more seriously than the average Slayer. The average Slayer probably likes the anime, and they're like, oh, yeah, Slayers were cool. Or, my friend's playing Slayer, I'll play Slayer. That's just how it is. There are going to be more comp demons than there are comp Slayers. And that's how it has always been. The average Slayer is always better than the average demon. But I'm going to start talking about ALGEBRA. Now you might be like, Comfey, I clicked on a demon hunter video. Why are we talking about ALGEBRA, bro? I just got out of school, or I just skipped school, and you know, I just want to play demon hunter and think about demon hunter all the time. And also, you might be thinking, Comfey, you're white as shit right now. Like, yeah, bro, I know. First of all, I am white as shit. Second of all, the screen is also white as shit. But I would like to talk to you guys about functions. All right, this right here is called a linear function. All right, the graph for a linear function looks like this. If you have forgotten, if you're over the age of 20, you might have forgotten. If you work at a 9-to-5 job, you might have forgotten this. That is called a linear function. That's what it looks like. For the rest of this video, we're going to call x time, and then we're going to call y skill level. All right, understand that. So for the rest of the time, X is time. And Y skill level. Don't mind my handwriting. I have shit handwriting. Alright. Now, I'd also like to introduce you guys to exponential functions. Alright. This, where X is in the exponent. Yes, exponential. Exponent is an exponential function. And these graphs look like this. Once again, X is time. Y is skill. Exponential functions look like this. They start at the bottom, and then they grow, and then they're growing faster. Oh my god, they're growing faster. They're growing faster. This right here, I'm gonna label S. And then we're gonna make another graph off to the side. Right here, I'm gonna label it E. Alright, now, if you have a brain, you might realize that D is for demon and S is for slayer. Alright. Now, you might be thinking, Comfey, this is making no sense. Well, young Padawan, your mind is about to be blown. If you put these functions next to each other, right, we got our graph. X is time, Y, and we set them equal to, let's just say 20. All right, when X is 20, this is the D graph. This is the linear graph. All right, so right here is when it hits 20. Let's just say the skill power is 8,000. All right, that's 8,000. Don't worry about it. And it's a tight space. All right. And then let's just say this is the exponential function. Alright. And this is Slayer. Now you'll notice for most of the time, the demon skill level is above the Slayer skill level. Until you start noticing the growth. The slope of the exponential function constantly increases, while the slope of the linear function stays the same. This is how Slayers versus Demons prog. Now, even in the late game, though, Slayers are still rough. You know, you still gotta learn it. But the skill gap, or the skill cap for Slayers is always going to be higher than the skill gap for Demons. So, before you go around and saying, you know, Slayers suck, Slayers blow, you know, just give it time. You gotta practice more. It is way easier to get good at Demon than it is way easier to get good at Slayer. But that is not to say that Slayer is easier than Demon. Remember that, guys. Remember that. But back to Demon Hunter. Alright, we're not just gonna talk about the Demon and the Demon buffs. We are going to be talking about the Slayers, how broken the Slayers are. Alright, so yeah, now it's time to talk about what is good about Slayers in this lore. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all you guys coming in. You know, drop a like and subscribe. I'm trying to push for 2K for the end of the year, which will not happen because we have 15 days left. Happy holidays to everyone who celebrates, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.